there was a deed of absolute sale that was signed without going through the OWA Board of Trustees,
Yun.
which is a sectoral body within the OWA. It's the highest policy-making and checks and balances authority mandated by law to approve or to authorize the administrator enter into crucial transactions such as this particular real property acquisition. So, there was no board approval for the
Yun.
sale, but more importantly, grave omissions, red flags everywhere surrounding this transaction.
Hindi ho ito inaprobahan ng Board of Trustees. Hindi siya nag-secure ng approval sa Board of Trustees doon mismo sa proyekto ng kanyang halfway house. Ang tinding pasabog na ito. Oo, kasi last Friday, if I'm not mistaken, last Friday, nagsalita si former Administrator Arnel Ignacio tungkol sa kinasasadlakan niya ngayon o kinasasangkutan niya na anomalya sa OWA. So dahil nagsalita si former Administrator Arnel Ignacio ng OWA, at kung naalala nyo, kung napanood nyo yung vlog natin last week, ang tanong lang naman natin ay simple lamang, ito ay legal, dapat merong approval ng Board of Trustees. Di ba? Yan lang ho naman ang tinatanong natin last time . At kung legal ho ito, dapat meron siyang patunay na inaprubahan ito ng Board of Trustees. It could be board resolution, it could be a certificate from the secretary or secretary certificate, or kahit minutes of the meeting na lang, mga kababayan, na it is approved in principle. Oo. Kaso mo, mga kababayan, may issue. At hindi lamang po yun, hindi lamang po related sa approval ng board ang issue. At meron pang isa. Apparently, doon sa lupa na binili nila, ay meron dapat na nakatayo na 52 condominium units. Ano nangyari? Nung binili yung lupa, pinademolish yung 52 na condominium units at nalugi ang ating gobyerno ng 96 million pesos. Or billion pesos pala. 96 million yata if I'm not mistaken. Ang lupit, mga kababayan. Hindi mo dapat demolish yun, mga kababayan. Dapat doon, kung yun talaga ang gagawing halfway house, hindi mo dapat dinemolish, dapat ni-renovate mo lang. Kasi may nakatayo ka ng structure. Hindi lang yun, mga kababayan. Meron pang isang pasabog si DMW Secretary Hans Kakdak. Apparently, yung budget nila na ginamit pang bili nitong lupa na may posibilidad na ito ay malversation of public funds. Bakit? Dahil itong budget ay galing sa isang allotment sa GAA pero sa ibang purpose ginamit. Oo. Itinransfer nila sa ibang purpose ginamit nang walang approval ng Department of Budget and Management. Ay, grabe. Tindi, guys. Panoorin natin para pare-pareho tayong magulat.
This issue stems from a 1.4 billion land acquisition made by OWA through the former administrator on his own last September 2024.
On its own.
There was a deed of absolute sale that was signed without going through the OWA Board of Trustees,
Yun.
which is a sectoral body within the OWA. It's the highest policy-making and checks and balances authority mandated by law to approve or to authorize the administrator enter into crucial transactions such as this particular real property acquisition. The OWA Board got to pass upon the matter after the deed of absolute sale was signed, and that was in November, and a series of other meetings, 3 or 4 meetings that followed. So, there was no board approval for the
Yun.
sale, but more importantly, grave omissions, red flags everywhere surrounding this transaction. First, there was no OWA board approval for the project itself.
Ayun
The
lang.
project is an intended halfway house. And the project, according to the OWA charter, should go through the OWA board, which it did not. There, it could have been thoroughly discussed that the feasibility of having a halfway house, the basis of which was the global pandemic, should be seriously studied prior to approval, because government simply cannot fund or host or supervise a facility or a halfway house or a hotel with the 1.5 million who returned from the pandemic last 3 years. So that's better off for the private sector, where there is more professional and decent accommodation facilities and services. The other thing is the fund sourcing. The OWA administrator handles two funds. One is the trust fund owned by the OFWs. Two is the fund coming from the General Appropriations Act or Congress, the Kapan ng Bayan. Either way, the OWA administrator's fiduciary responsibility is of the highest level. And one big way for the OWA administrator to be accountable is to submit the budget to the OWA board. Such a budget was submitted with an emergency repatriation fund. What the former administration did was to convert this 2.6 billion of the emergency repatriation fund into capital outlay for land acquisition purposes. That too should have gone through the board, because in effect the budget was modified, substantively modified. And according to the OWA charter, any type of budget or supplemental budget to the DDM before going to the DDM should go to the OWA board.
So nasagot na yung tanong natin last week kung inaprubahan ba talaga to ng Board of Trustees. Apparently, no. Hindi ho ito inaprubahan ng Board of Trustees. Hindi siya nag-secure ng approval sa Board of Trustees doon mismo sa proyekto ng kanyang halfway house. Sinabi pa nga ng Board of Trustees, hindi natin ito kayang gawin dahil hindi ito trabaho ng OWA, yung halfway house. Makipag-PPP na lang tayo, public-private partnership, kasi merong mga pribadong kumpanya tulad ng mga hotel na ginagawa na yung ganyang trabaho. Yun yung una. Pangalawa, sabi ni DMW Administrator Hans Leo Kakdak, mayroon pong dalawang budget ang OWA na hawak ng administrator, yung OWA Trust Fund at saka yung ibinibigay ng Kongreso na budget ng OWA, which is galing doon sa General Appropriations Act. Nakapaloob po sa GAA ng OWA ng General Appropriations Act, kasama po doon ay yung Emergency Response Fund. 2.4 billion ang kinuha. 2.4 billion pesos ang minis-appropriate. Inilipat for other uses without the necessary approvals. Specifically, ng Department of Budget and Management. Mga kababayan, 2.4 billion yun, mga kababayan, hindi ho maliit na halaga yan. Ngayon, magkakaroon pa tayo ng anggulo na malversation of public funds. Pwede rin magkaroon ng anggulo ng plunder. Bakit? Kasi, kung totoo ang aligasyon na to, gumawa ng sistema si former Administrator Arnel Ignacio para makadukot sa kaba ng bayan. Wala ho itong pinagkaiba sa ginawa ni Sara Duterte sa kanyang confidential funds.